Hi everyone, I'm Matt Gash with SoundersFC.com here at Starfire in Tukwila alongside Arlo White, the voice of the Sounders, who you did a webcast today. How did that go for you?
It was interesting. We had a couple of cameras, and who knows where in the world we will listen to tonight. It was really, really good fun because the atmosphere was great, and we were just at the back of the main stand here, so we were virtually in the crowd, which made it interesting trying to hear yourself think at times because obviously the Sounders fans like to sing, like to cheer. It was raucous. It was a party atmosphere. Crowd of 4,500, and a thoroughly entertaining evening.
And you were kind of in amongst the crowd down in Portland, not calling the game this time. How much was that different, being kind of among the crowd?
Well, I didn't learn any new swear words tonight, which I'd have picked up.
You're English. You wouldn't learn anything new.
I picked up a few in Portland last week. Yeah, they had some very choice language in some of the songs, which made me feel at home actually, being regular English games. Yeah, no, the atmosphere was great. It's an interesting decision, I think, to take games down here, but it works. And I think I said on the broadcast, I mean, I've never been to a high school American football game, but I'd like to go one Friday night. And I can imagine the atmosphere was some sort of a combination between that and an FA Cup third round tie between a non-league side and a bigger team, Not that Seattle's the non-league side, but the ground, if you get my drift. And it was a beautiful day, and I think everyone was ready for a committed, passionate, skillful performance, and I think that's what everyone got tonight. So it's all round just a really, really good evening.
Sounders FC win 2-0, 2 goals by Nate Jake, a real peach of a game, right?
Yes, it was. And 0-0 at half-time. They actually had the two best chances of the first half. I think Alan Gordon sort of shaved the post, and then was it Chris Klein that hit the post? Right. The near post, when everyone thought he was going to cross it over, suddenly went for near post and almost beat Terry there. But we'd had some nice moments, and it was like every time Montaño got the ball on the left-hand side, he had a real go at De La Garza, to the point where Klein was having to close him down with De La Garza every time. They assessed and realised that he was dangerous, and he's got really good balance and skill, and he's got tricks. Sometimes runs down sort of dark alleys and dead ends, but most wingers do.
Most 19-year-olds do too, right?
Absolutely. But he is 19 now, and I did make the point as well. I know in American sport terms that's quite young. Right. And in British and European and world soccer terms that's reasonably young. But you see a lot of 19-year-olds playing first-team football. So he's probably further along the line to being a pro footballer than maybe even someone like Michael Seaman is. But Michael Seaman impressed again, and I should start a fan club for him, shouldn't I? I mean, it is very early for him. He's been out of Villanova for a month, but he was involved in the goal, the second goal as well, wasn't he? Feeding Montaño, who got the crossover, and Montaño was very much involved in the first with his effort that was saved by Saunders, and then he came up back off the crossbar, and Nate very bravely dived in and got the goal, and 2 goals for Jacor. And yeah, it was just great. It was really, really good, and looking forward to the semi-final now because this is silverware. This is a cup that has tradition. And I know sometimes teams don't take it too seriously, and I know Ziggy made a lot of changes tonight, but it's silverware and it's feel good, and it's a route to the CONCACAF Champions League next year. I know we haven't even started this year's yet, but it's a way into that competition for sure next year as well.
For the 4th straight year, the Sounders, the Seattle franchise, I should say, reaches the semifinals of the Open Cup. Nate Jake with 2 goals tonight. Really great to have his efforts back in there, his talents back in there. Talk about what you saw from him tonight.
Yeah, just Omar Gonzalez is a big guy. Probably shouldn't have been playing, but that's another story that maybe we'll blog at a different time. So he had a couple of physical centre-backs, because Leonardo's a big guy as well. And he won his fair share in the air. But he also dropped deep very well, and we talked about this, I think, after the LA game, didn't we? That you can feed him as a midfielder, you can feed into him and continue your run, and you'll get the ball back. He's brilliant at laying the ball off, and if he turns, he can slide balls through to the wingers as well. So, yes, as the furthest striker forward, he can be devastating in the air, but he can also offer a lot on the ground as well, and he really links together the midfield and the attack very well. And he took his goals well as well, 2 headed goals, and I think it's 4 in the last 3 in the Open Cup, because he scored here in the semi-final, didn't he, against Houston, the extra time game, and then obviously scored in Portland, and then 2 tonight. So he loves the Open Cup, and this is a great way of playing him back into fitness. So will he start on Sunday? I'd be surprised if he didn't.
Right, he's playing very well. Sunday, Sounders versus FC Dallas. You'll see that game.
Good timing.
At Quest, right. Sounders move on to the semifinal. They'll face Chivas USA September 1st right here at Starfire. Look forward to seeing you there. For Arlo White, I'm Matt Gash, SoundersFC.com. This has been The Review.